All right, today we're going to talk about a pretty massive claim from NVIDIA that they've helped create the world's safest car. I know, right? How does a graphics card company even do that? We're going to get into all of it, but first, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button for @BrandTechAuth right below and turn on those notifications. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss where this story is heading.
So picture this. It's CES 2026. NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, gets up on that big stage and everybody's expecting, a new GPU or some crazy supercomputer news. But no, he starts talking about a car. And not just any car. He calls it, and I'm quoting here, the safest car in the world. Yeah, that is a huge statement to make. But, this wasn't just some marketing slogan he threw out there. This whole thing is actually powered by a brand new breakthrough AI model from NVIDIA. It's an open source model, and it's called Alpamayo. Okay, so let's really get into this. How on earth did the company we all know for powering our gaming PCs suddenly jump into the race to build the world's safest car? It seems like a huge leap, right?
Well, it really all comes down to a totally different way of thinking for the AI. See, most of the older self-driving systems, they're just reactive. A car cuts them off, they brake. They see a pedestrian, they stop. Simple cause and effect. But Alpamayo, it's proactive. It's actually using reasoning to think ahead, to anticipate what could happen in a tricky situation before it even unfolds. And get this isn't some far-off tech demo. It's actually going into production in the 2025 Mercedes-Benz CLA.
And as cool as this car is, and it is very cool, it's actually just the tip of the iceberg. This is just one piece of a much, much bigger strategy NVIDIA is rolling out. They're playing a whole different game here.
And they actually have a name for this whole strategy. They're calling it physical AI. Now, what does that mean? Well, think about it. This isn't the kind of AI that just lives inside a computer crunching data. No, this is AI that's built to actually understand, reason about, and interact with the real physical world around us.
And it's not just theory. We're already seeing it pop up everywhere. I mean, yeah, it's the brains in these new autonomous cars, for sure, but it's also powering actual humanoid robots from companies like LG and Neura. It's creating these insane digital twins of entire factories. It's even making giant construction and mining gear from partners like Caterpillar completely autonomous. The scope is just huge.
So what's the big takeaway here? According to Jensen Huang, we've basically hit this massive tipping point. He's saying that just like ChatGPT completely changed how we all deal with information, this new physical AI, well, it's about to do the same thing for how we interact with the physical world. He literally called it the ChatGPT moment for robotics. But okay, to make this whole physical AI revolution actually happen, you need a mind-boggling amount of raw power. I mean, just an insane level of computing horsepower. And that, well, that brings us to the brand new engine that NVIDIA just unveiled to make it all possible.
So, say hello to the Vera Rubin platform. And listen, this is not just a small step up. It's not an incremental upgrade. We are talking about a 5 times performance increase over the Blackwell architecture. And remember, Blackwell was already ridiculously powerful. This is just a whole new level.
And what's really brilliant here is how they did it. I mean, check this out. They got that incredible 5x performance leap with only a 1.6 times increase in the number of transistors. That's not just about cramming more stuff on a chip. That is a massive leap in architecture. We're talking a brand new CPU, new interconnects, and even new networking that uses light, photonics, to move data around. It's a fundamental redesign.
And let's be super clear about this. This hardware has one purpose, and one purpose only. It's built to be the engine of this new AI industrial revolution. These chips are going to live in absolutely massive data centers. Think of them like the new factories of the 21st century, and their job is to train all of this new physical AI.
Okay. I know what a lot of you are probably screaming at the screen right now. We've talked about cars, robots, giant data centers, but what about gaming, right? Where are the new GPUs? Yep, you heard that right. If you were sitting there with your fingers crossed hoping for, I don't know, a new RTX 50 series Super, or maybe even a sneak peek at the 60 series, well, I've got some bad news. NVIDIA came right out and confirmed it in the keynote. No new consumer graphics cards were announced. But before you click away in disappointment, that does not mean gamers and creators got left in the dust. Not at all. Instead, NVIDIA shifted the focus to something else, a huge upgrade on the software side that could actually have a massive impact on your games, and that is the launch of DLSS version 4.5.
So here's the deal with DLSS 4.5, because it's kind of like two upgrades in one. First, if you've got one of the latest RTX 50 series cards, you're getting a crazy new feature called Dynamic Multi-Frame Generation. It can generate up to 6 extra frames for every single one your GPU actually renders. It's wild. But, and this is the really important part for most people, everyone with any RTX card gets an upgrade too. The core upscaling tech, Super Resolution, got a major facelift. That means better image quality and less ghosting for pretty much everyone. So, it's good news all around.
Okay, and this is where it all comes together. This is the moment where the story comes full circle. We started with the world's safest car, we talked about these giant AI data centers, and believe it or not, that all connects directly to what's coming next for your gaming rig at home.
You know, if you look back at NVIDIA's history, there's a really clear pattern. The absolutely insane, cutting-edge stuff they build for the big enterprise and AI customers, the tech, just like Vera Rubin, well, that tech tends to trickle down. It usually becomes the foundation for the consumer gaming GPUs that come out a year or two later. So all that money and R&D going into AI, it's directly fueling what's going to be in your next graphics card.
Which really leaves us with one last kind of wild thought to chew on. As all this AI tech gets more and more powerful, are we at a point where the biggest breakthroughs for your next gaming PC aren't even being developed for gamers anymore? Is the future of gaming actually being built inside a massive AI data center? It's a crazy thought. Let me know what you think down in the comments.